So first thing that we learned today was the box step. So simply we are making a box with our feet. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to create the bottom left and up part of the box. So we're going to step with our left together, forward, back, tap, and then we have to create the rest of the box. So now we're doing the top and the right side of the box. So we're going to go right, together, back, tap. All right, so all together it's 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next thing that we learned today is hair combs. So a little bit of styling choices for you while you're dancing. All a hair comb is we're going to raise our hand. We're going to create this window. Follows it is up to you to make sure that your fingers stay aligned with your leads. If you let your fingers come off that line, it's going to make that window a lot smaller. So as long as we keep our fingers aligned, we have a nice big window, that way we can hair comb. So all we're going to do is, as we're dancing, we're going to create the window. We're going to drape it over our follow's head. We can also do the same thing for ourselves. So I'm going to create the window, drape it over myself. Ideally, if you are too far away, then don't reach over to try to hair comb, or don't pull your follow off their balance in order to hair comb yourself. Simply stand closer, that way your follow can reach without having to lose their balance. Same thing goes for this other side. All we're doing is we're holding a pizza. Obviously you don't want that pizza to fall, so we create a nice flat top. We open the window for our follows as I'm rotating my hand, keeping that finger aligned. So I rotate my hand and create the window and bring the window over their head. Try not to bring your head through the window. That does not look very good for photos, so just keep that in mind. As we're dancing, you can hair comb it any time that you want. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The choice is yours. It's a purely stylistic choice of when you want to hair comb. Next thing we can do is do a double-handed hair comb. So this time, as we're using both my hands raised, I'm going to cross my hands, which is going to create this little window between the back of my hands. That is the window that we're aiming for, so the more across your arms can be, the bigger that window is. And I'm going to drape it over my follow's head. The exact same way you do it for the follow, you'll do it for yourself. So I'm going to create that window, get my arms as crossed as possible. I'm going to drape my follow's arms over my head. If there's a significant height difference, obviously this move becomes a lot more difficult. In order to accommodate for that, leads, we can bend at the knees in order to adjust for height, but try not to bend at the waist. As we're dancing, you can do the same thing. As you're doing a normal hair comb, you can also use both hands, whichever. Make sure that you're standing close enough to your follow as you do so. Next thing that we learned is how to do head rolls. So as we are doing our basic, and I decide I want to hair comb my follow, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to make sure for the next 4 counts, my fingers are going to be gently placed on the base of my follow's neck, not the top of their neck, not on their back, just at the base of their neck. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a half circle by rotating my hand over the base of their neck. As I'm drawing that half circle, it's going to signal to my follow that they can head roll under. As my head follow is going under, I'm going to make sure to raise my elbow to create as big of a window for them to go through as possible. That way we minimize the chance of them head rolling and banging their head against your elbow. So when my hand is placed here, all I'm doing is drawing that half circle, which signifies my follow to head roll, and they go under while you create that window. The exact same thing for the leads. Follows, we have the concept of leaving your hand where the lead places it. So if I'm doing the basic, I place my follow's hand here, it's going to stay there, that way I can complete the move. Because if you're pulling your hand away the moment they let go, it's going to be a lot harder for them to do a head roll. But it's also within your own comfort level. If you don't want to have your hand there in the first place, you're always free to pull it away, of course. So as we do the basic, again, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Footwork while you're doing the head roll, keep it in place. It's a lot easier to stand in place and do the basic in place while doing the head roll than it is to step while moving your head. So try to keep it as in place as possible, but keep stepping. That way you don't lose your footwork for when you continue after the end of the head roll. And a little bonus thing, not to worry too much about, but we learned how to do it at the same time. So with both hands prepped, I can take my right hand over my follow's head. Leads, we're going to take our left hand faced inward instead of out. to create the window here, to drape my head over. That way we end up with this right to right connection, as if our right elbows are connected. I can place my hand on the base of my follow's neck, and we can head roll at the same time. Make sure to be very careful, as obviously that can lead to the chance of knocking heads with each other. So try very slowly. If you're not comfortable doing the move and you feel like you're unsafe dance, please make sure to just don't do it.